Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video about something that is very, very important that I think Holy Spirit is really concerned about and really talking about. So I want to start with a quick dream I had. The dream was really quick, but it stayed with me. I was in a car with some guy. I was in the passenger seat and he was in the driver's seat. And you know how in dreams you just kind of like know things, like it may not be said, but you have a knowing. And so I knew he was struggling a lot mentally, and I knew that he was making jokes about like not being here anymore, outing himself, like getting out of here. But he was saying it in a joking way, like these ideations. But I was still so burdened. It was so heavy on me because, I knew that he meant it, even though he was trying to make it seem like a joke. And then at some point, he got out of the car and then went to his truck and pulled out like this big rifle. And he was still like smiling and joking. But I was like, this is not a joke. This is not a game, right? And that really was the end of the dream. And so when I woke up, of course I wrote it down, and throughout the week I learned, of course, that it was Men's Mental Health Month. June is Men's Mental Health Month, and I didn't know that. Should have known that. And just these small little things, you know how God does that. You'll hear something somewhere or see something somewhere. And so what I really feel like Holy Spirit is saying is, let's check in with the men now. Let's check in with our men now. There may be some that are joking about, maybe it being better being somewhere else, or maybe they've mentioned it before. And, but maybe they'll say something like, that's not, I ain't really talking about, I was just frustrated, whatever the case may be. If they're saying it, that means that Satan has a real intention on wanting them to go out that way. So I think we've all seen in the public, and some of us in our personal lives, how you may not really know someone is suffering until it's too late, or until, by the grace of God, they open their mouth and say something, or something happens, right? So what I want you to do really now is check in on the men you love, period. And also very specifically check in on the men who have mentioned those ideations before. Even if they haven't specifically said it, maybe they just hinted at, not being here, or not having to deal with whatever by not being here. There are different ways it can be said, but let's really pay attention to that right now, because Satan has a plan for that person, and I know that he would love for that person to get on up out of here by their own hands. And men, we want to talk to you. Open up to us, talk to us. And if you try to speak to someone and they shut you down, just know everyone's not like that, right? And so my prayer is that you would be able to find people or a person who would be willing to hear you out, and not make you feel weird or regretful that you even open your mouth, because it's a very real thing. You're not alone. There are so many people out here who struggle with those ideations. And of course, from a spiritual perspective, we know that Satan and his demons just have all types of plans, and one of them is that. So we want to talk to you. We want to hear you. However we can help you, we are here for you. Women, take some time, close your mouth a little bit and listen. No shade. Just listen. Just listen, and then listen again, and take those steps. Walk with that person, and pray for them, intercede for them. All right? Okay. Bye.